Like, can Tommy Fleetwood become a bona fide like superstar in golf? I sort of feel like we're there. Like, he's very recognizable. My kids, like, it goes like Rory, Scotty, and then Tommy. They want to see. I think he's. I don't know if he'd be like one of those second tier, like very popular supporting players. Like Max Homa comes into our lives and he's mega popular, like that kind of thing. I don't know. Could he be a superstar? Feels like he's really cracking through, making.
Tommy Fleetwood just claimed the DP World Tour Championship in Dubai, and the ripple effects have PGA Tour executives in damage control mode. This wasn't just another European victory. It was a statement win worth $3 million that came at the worst possible time for a PGA Tour desperately trying to consolidate power amid the LIV fallout. With Ryder Cup implications, sponsor leverage, and the global golf hierarchy all hanging in the balance, Fleetwood's triumph exposes cracks in the PGA's strategy that no amount of designated events can paper over. Fleetwood closed with a 4-under 68 at Jumeirah Golf Estates, finishing at 15 under par to claim a 2-stroke victory over Rory McIlroy in front of a sold-out final round gallery exceeding 25,000 spectators. The win netted him 2,000 race to Dubai points and vaulted him to second in the final standings, securing roughly $5.3 million in combined prize money from the championship and season-long bonus pool. His putting average dropped to 1.68 strokes per hole across the final 36 holes, his most efficient weekend performance since the 2019 Nedbank Golf Challenge. What makes this particularly problematic for PGA Tour leadership is the timing. Just weeks after Commissioner Jay Monahan announced an expanded 2025 designated event schedule designed to keep elite talent exclusively on American soil for 17 high-purse tournaments, Fleetwood reminded the world that European golf still commands serious respect and serious money. The DP World Tour Championship now boasts a $10.5 million purse, up from $9 million in 2023. A 16.7% increase that directly challenges the PGA Tour's narrative that only their product can offer top-tier compensation. Sky Sports UK reported peak viewership of 1.8 million during Sunday's back nine, a 22% increase over the 2023 final round, while Golf Channel's American broadcast pulled just 340,000 viewers for a competing fall event that same weekend. The disparity is glaring. European audiences are leaning into their homegrown talent and sponsors are noticing. DP World's title sponsorship, worth an estimated $65 million over 5 years, reflects confidence in the European Tour's trajectory, not its decline. Fleetwood's victory validates that investment and complicates the PGA Tour's efforts to position itself as the undisputed center of professional golf. For the PGA Tour, this creates a membership and commitment crisis they can't easily solve. Fleetwood earned $8.2 million from DP World Tour events in 2024 compared to $4.7 million from his limited PGA Tour schedule, a 74% income advantage favoring European competition. That imbalance forces a question Tour officials hope to avoid. Why should elite Europeans prioritize American events when they can earn comparable money closer to home with less travel fatigue? The Ryder Cup dimension amplifies the problem. Fleetwood now sits comfortably inside the automatic qualification zone for the 2025 European team at Bethpage Black, and his form, 3 top 10 finishes in his last 5 DP World Tour starts, suggests he's peaking at exactly the right moment. The European squad looks stacked. McIlroy, Rahm, if eligible, Hovland, Hatton, and now a surging Fleetwood. Compare that to an American team that struggled to find consistent performers outside Scheffler and Schauffele, and the competitive balance tilts uncomfortably toward Europe. Attendance figures at DP World Tour events rose an average of 18% in 2024 compared to the previous year, with the championship week in Dubai generating an estimated $47 million in local tourism revenue, a figure that rivals smaller PGA Tour stops. Ticket resale prices for Sunday's final round jumped from $180 to $420 as Fleetwood made his move on the back nine, signaling real fan investment in the outcome. Sponsorship inquiries to the DP World Tour increased by 31% year-over-year, according to tour documents, with brands specifically citing European player marketability as a key factor. TaylorMade, Fleetwood's equipment sponsor, reportedly saw a 12% spike in European driver sales within 48 hours of his victory, proof that winning on the DP World Tour still moves product and builds brand equity. The PGA Tour's designated event model assumes American tournaments automatically carry more weight, but Fleetwood's performance proves that assumption isn't universally true. Section 4. Compare and contrast. This isn't the first time a European star has forced the PGA Tour to reconsider its global positioning. Rory McIlroy earned $26.3 million from combined PGA and DP World Tour prize money in 2024, but he's openly stated that maintaining DP World Tour membership matters for Ryder Cup eligibility and personal legacy. Justin Rose balanced both tours for over a decade, earning $54 million across his career while remaining loyal to European events whenever scheduling allowed. Sergio Garcia did the same until LIV disrupted the entire landscape. What separates Fleetwood from those comparisons is consistency in majors without the breakthrough. He's finished runner-up at the 2018 U.S. Open, recorded 4 other top 5 finishes in majors, and owns a strokes gained approach average of 1.34 across his last 50 measured rounds, elite by any standard. Yet he's still chasing that first major title. His DP World win, however, shows he can close under pressure. His birdie conversion rate on par 5s during the final round was 75%, and he scrambled successfully on 5 of 6 missed greens. Those are numbers that translate to major championship Sundays. Viewership data reveals the divide. The 2024 Masters final round averaged 12.3 million viewers on CBS. But the Open Championship at Royal Troon, where Fleetwood contended, drew 7.1 million on NBC and Sky Sports combined. That's a 42% gap, but the Open still commands significant audience investment, especially in Europe where Sky's coverage peaked at 3.2 million. The DP World Tour Championship doesn't approach those figures, but its growth trajectory is undeniable. Prize money across the DP World Tour schedule increased 28% since 2021, while PGA Tour purses rose 41%, a smaller gap than tour officials would prefer. Fleetwood's driving accuracy improved to 71.4% across the Dubai event, compared to his 2024 PGA Tour average of 64.8%. The difference suggests he's more comfortable on firmer, faster European setups than on overwatered American courses designed for length over precision. The business implications extend beyond a single tournament. DP World's investment in the European Tour signals a long-term bet on global golf diversification, and partners like Rolex, Emirates, and Omega have maintained or increased sponsorship commitments despite LIV's disruption. The combined sponsorship revenue for the DP World Tour reached an estimated $287 million in 2024, a figure the PGA Tour dwarfs at over $1.4 billion. But the growth rate matters more than the absolute number. European Tour sponsorship revenue grew 19% year-over-year, while PGA Tour growth slowed to 11%, reflecting market saturation and sponsor fatigue with designated event inflation. Media rights negotiations loom large. Sky Sports and the European Tour are in active discussions for a renewal reportedly worth $220 million over 6 years, and Fleetwood's victory strengthens the Tour's bargaining position. The PGA Tour's domestic media deals with CBS, NBC, and ESPN are worth approximately $700 million annually, but international expansion remains a weak point. European audiences simply aren't tuning into PGA Tour events the way American audiences follow the Masters or US Open. Equipment and apparel brands are paying close attention. TaylorMade's European market share sits at 23%, and high-profile wins like Fleetwood's directly impact retail performance. Nike's decision to exit golf hardware still reverberates, but brands like FootJoy and Callaway have filled the void by backing European stars. Fleetwood's estimated endorsement portfolio sits around $6 million annually. modest compared to Scheffler's $18 million or McIlroy's $35 million, but substantial enough to prove European Tour success translates to commercial viability. Fan sentiment on social media and golf forums reveals a split. American audiences often dismiss DP World Tour results as inferior competition, while European fans grow increasingly defensive about their tour's legitimacy. That cultural divide complicates any potential merger or collaboration between the tours, even as financial pressures push both sides toward cooperation. Looking ahead to 2025, the question becomes whether top American players will start adding DP World Tour events to their schedules. Scottie Scheffler, Patrick Cantlay, and Xander Schauffele have shown little interest, preferring to concentrate on PGA Tour designated events and majors. But if purses continue rising and Ryder Cup qualification points become more valuable, that calculus could shift. The world ranking system remains a flashpoint. Points distribution has been adjusted multiple times since LIV's emergence, and the DP World Tour has lobbied for stronger weighting on co-sanctioned events. Fleetwood's win ensures those debates continue. Ryder Cup leverage is perhaps the most underrated factor. European dominance, winning 7 of the last 10 matches, gives Team Europe negotiating power over venues, format changes, and revenue splits. A strong 2025 showing at Bethpage, anchored by in-form players like Fleetwood, could tilt future Ryder Cup economics even further toward the European Tour. For Fleetwood personally, this win positions him as a legitimate contender at the 2025 Open Championship at Royal Portrush and the PGA Championship at Quail Hollow. His major championship odds will shorten and increased media attention follows. Career earnings now approach $45 million worldwide, placing him among the top 40 all-time earners despite never winning on the PGA Tour. That's a testament to consistent excellence across multiple tours, but it also highlights how fractured professional golf remains. The next generation of European stars, Ludwig Åberg, Nicolai Højgaard, and Rasmus Højgaard, are watching closely. If Fleetwood proves you can build a Hall of Fame caliber career without fully committing to the PGA Tour, that precedent reshapes how young Europeans approach their professional paths. Tommy Fleetwood's DP World Tour Championship victory isn't just about one trophy or one $3 million check. It's a referendum on whether the PGA Tour can truly consolidate global golf under its banner, or whether the sport's future is irreversibly multipolar. The numbers don't lie. European golf is financially healthier, more competitive, and more relevant than the PGA Tour wants to admit. Fleetwood proved that European Tour success still matters, to fans, to sponsors, and to the players themselves. The PGA Tour can respond by either continuing its aggressive expansion and hoping to absorb the DP World Tour through sheer financial force, or by accepting that collaboration and coexistence might be the only sustainable path forward. For Fleetwood, the legacy question remains open. Can he finally break through in a major? Does winning in Europe carry the same weight as winning in America? And if the answer to that second question is no, why not? The audience decides, is the PGA Tour's dominance inevitable, or did Fleetwood just expose the limits of American golf's global ambitions?